scary on the field. Kinda drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal. We just spit on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope from sideline to touchdown. I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We just spit on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope from sideline to touchdown. I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. At U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now a play fake here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back for play. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, Stanley. And the pass to him is intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A gain of 3, second down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
From the 44, Jackson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
3rd and 15.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Slant pass to Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their efficiency.
That was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
At the Vikings 5-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on 2nd down. Stanley. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
Tackled by Jordan Willis.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Stanley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jackson with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings, nothing.
First down, Mixon, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
He was taken down at the 20.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
To Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the carry, it's Cook. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On second down, Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Dalvin Cook.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Stanley looking to pass. Rolling to his right. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
40-yard line.
back to the ground. Cook. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanley. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Stanley. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run. Cook. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To throw on 2nd down. Stanley. This complete to Henry over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 4th down, Stanley. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. And that one makes it 14-7.
14, Vikings 7. Dan
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
25 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, Stanley. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Stanley. That is caught at the 7. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. For Minnesota.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Stanley. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
First down, Cincinnati.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And 3 yards there. Takes him to the 45.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Again, it's Mixon. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They go play action with Jackson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
You circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On first down, Mixon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 9 at the 35.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Over the middle to Smith. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Complete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him, and he was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd down now. It's Cook. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
At the Vikings' 36-yard line.
Jackson's going to look to run it. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 27. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Bengals.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Mixon on the
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch it.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Dante Fowler racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanley got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Stanley to throw. It's complete in the bubble screen. That's Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. Watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on first down. Stanley. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. William Jackson with a pick. And he's got some space here. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On first down, Mixon trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's caught by Smith. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
That is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
And turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Stanley. Henry's got it out on the left side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Stanley. That's the right side here, complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st and 10, Stanley setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Dante Fowler, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth.
Brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, Stanley is going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out.
2 yards.
Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
It's a gain of a yard. And
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1 yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
This is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the gun, Stanley. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Stanley. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The sack by Jordan Willis. Throwing on third and long. Stanley. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off near the Bengals are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Mixon, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
First down.
On first down, Mixon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bengals, it's a 4th win on the year as they move to 4-9. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. I'm Brandon Gunn. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Same, think you change. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I live it ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Ay, met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Like it, just catch my buzz. These right here just catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I? it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell it to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last today. I got the city talking about me like a passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in your bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.